Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Look out.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, The quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Mahomes now to throw. And Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches. When they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Looking to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. A give right side for Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, it's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock. Second quarter. 7-0 ball game. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mahomes to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Pacheco looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Here's Pacheco. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Johnson jostles free. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. To throw, it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Allen going to audible to a different look. Second and long. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
56. Look out.
Here's Allen to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him.
The 20. He will have the first down and a bit more. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take...
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield. And a back who can show off his wheels.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yellow.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Now he's past the 25. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
15.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
We've finished 1 quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start out 2nd and 10. They'll try and take an option left side. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, 73.
2nd and 13. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes now. Forced out to his right. This one finds Kelsey. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down from the red zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Kansas City! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, Britton Covey. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Goddard makes the catch. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. So 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. He's loaded another one up. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Hurts throwing again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They've got first down from the 31.
Yellow. Come back. Right side.
To the air, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zach Bond with the tackle. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Up and good from Blankenship. And our first half ends with 3 points. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Butker on now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And now they face 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He puts everything behind this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Right side.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Right side.
Now it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Right side.
Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, 43, 15.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that's scored.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And that'll bring up second down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Hey, let's go.
Offense up to the line fast. Throw on 3rd down. This one finds Goddard. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, a run with Barkley. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. So we're through 3 here. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Second and 3 now. Running this one left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Gonna run with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Caden. Don't.
They did it! He made the interception! Justin Reed has the INT.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
it's all set for the kickoff. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. He's on the move. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time. Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Fall down these two. Side.
Looking to throw. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Butker on now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. They go to Barkley again. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. He'll look to throw it. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Trying to find A.J. Brown. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yellow.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Back to Pacheco here on second. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. He'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain. You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Running right is Pacheco. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Butker to try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs are going to take over after the interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yellow.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And this one does not go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Mahomes going to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Here's Williams. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw, it's Williams. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Williams. Touchdown! DJ Moore from 6 yards away. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. To the air, Williams. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And some room to maneuver. He's still on his feet. He may go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. On play action, here's Williams. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Let's go. 70 Lion.
From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
60 by 6. 60 by 6. Go.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing is Williams. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this will be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
From the gun, here's Williams. That is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Swift will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the 1st half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Martin. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And here we go from New Orleans. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Irvin here from the gun. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First down, here's Baker. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Just trying a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This finds Evans, complete. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and just 2 to go. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush out now to his left. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Completes this one to Otten. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Mayfield now from the gun. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. From the 42. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Flushed out of the pocket. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Gets to space right side. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Carr starting with a throw. That's caught by Chris Olave. Racing down the left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints finish off their opening drive. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Design bootleg here. Bails out of the pocket quick. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Buccaneers lined up with a 2nd and 8. From the 32. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. On the give, this is Irving. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's 2nd and 2. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Has it at the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Irving finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. On the return, here's Mims. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Carr setting to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
The give here on 2nd. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Mims. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Working quickly here. Throwing on 1st down. It's Carr. This is complete to Olave. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Carr with it on 1st. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. They'll run here, following the penalty. Still has room inside the 15. Is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. On target to Godwin. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Buys time, rolling right. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Baker out of the pistol. Hauled in by Godwin. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Colson Adebo's got it. And the Saints see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right?